And welcome into Lamar Lasley Field. First pitch about to be thrown here in this sectional matchup. That is a called strike from Rowan in the circles. DeKalb County, Riley Wilbur, second baseman, steps in. DeKalb County 20-13 on the season. Fell to Upperman just last night, 5-4 in the Region 4 4A championship game. They go on the road here for this sectional matchup. That one is fouled back, and it is 0-2 on Riley Wilbur, the leadoff batter for the Tigerettes. For Soddy Daisy in the circle is Reagan Rowan. Their pitcher who has been pitching all season long, and that Rowan name, you saw it a couple of seasons ago when White County had to come down here and play in this sectional round. It was a Rowan, but a different Rowan at the time.
Yeah, it's one of the top softball programs in the state. 18 state tournament appearances as that one's fouled back to keep it at 0-2. 8 state championships, 3 more runners-up. That is as good as it gets in this state. Year in and year out, they've won their Region 4 straight years. They're looking to make it another trip back to the spring fling, but it's been a while by their standards since they've won one. They're hoping this is the year. DeKalb County, they're trying to shake off what happened last night, stopped all their momentum. They were rolling and get back on track here.
They had won by 3 straight run rules, starting with that Upperman game. Beat Upperman twice by run rule in the district tournament. They go to the region semis, win by a run rule there as well, and then they get beat 5-4 at home in the region championship last night. A quick turnaround here for the sectional. It is 1-2 to Wilbur. And that one hit hard left side. That'll be through, and the DeKalb County Tigerettes have a base runner aboard with a single hit hard to the left side.
Good piece of hitting there. You go down 0-2 in the count, turn around, and able to rip that one down the left field line into the outfield for a single. It's a DeKalb County offense, as you mentioned, Jacob. They were firing on all cylinders, and they struck back late in that game. It got real interesting. We were keeping it locked in on Game Changer on our way back last night, and this is a team that can really hit the softball well, and they're trying to get some run support, and you see the respect for the speed and the potential bunt coming up here.
Zaylee Bain, the center fielder, will step in. The corner infielders are at the pitcher's mound, essentially. They're even in front of that. We've been dealing with some of this misty rain. It is kind of held off for a little bit here as the game has gotten underway. There's the slap bunt down the line and just foul. And that would have been a tremendous slap bunt if it's able to go fair, but it will be strike one from Zaylee Bain.
That was almost perfection for Bain. It just had that tailing action out of that left-handed batter's box, but it's tough to get it around the corner infielders when they're literally in your grill halfway to the batter's box, but she found a way to do it. Just trying to move the runner over here and see if you can use your speed to get home.
Just underway here in Soddy Daisy as Rowan delivers this one. That's a called strike, and it's 0-2 now on Bain. The runner got caught trying to steal, and she will be out at second as Wilbur got a little bit off the bag, decided to go late on the hesitation. She is caught stealing by the catcher, Ava Blue, for Soddy Daisy.
Yeah, and that's not what DeKalb County was looking for there, obviously, but in that spot they had her. She was kind of I think she was trying to force her to throw behind her at first. She threw ahead. And by that point, she'd already decided to go, and that's easy pickings there for Soddy. So you get the leadoff single, and that's erased immediately.
And Coach Danielle Horton giving the signs in to Zaylee Bay now with the empty bases and one gone in the inning. And a slap swing there. That'll be a foul ball. And still just an 0-2 count now to Bain. Lineup looks like this for DeKalb County. Riley Wilbur led it off. Zaylee Bain here right now. Brenna Pelham bats third. Cora Kilgore in the fourth spot. Gracie Randolph bats fifth. Batting sixth is Bree Murphy. Elena Turner bats seventh. The eighth batter is Rayleigh Cohen, and Hannah Brown will bat ninth.
Only show in town tonight, Jacob. Lots of games tomorrow.
This one popped up left side, foul territory, giving Chase Soddy Daisy, third baseman, able to make the grab over her head. A tough catch. Brooke Raines able to haul it in for out number 2.
Yeah, and that base running mistake really looms large for DeKalb. You're talking about just having one out here and some power batters up. Instead, it's 2 with nobody on, and Soddy Daisy has the momentum early.
Brian Pelham coming to the plate now. The shortstop with a good amount of power for the Tigerettes will step in and try to get some base runners aboard here after Wilbur was caught stealing, and then the pop out by Bain. Rowan trying to work a quick first inning here, and you mentioned it, only show on the road tonight, as that one is a foul ball for strike one, at least in the Upper Cumberland. As
we're surprised they're going to play. The weather stinks.
Gordonsville, yeah, it's not great.
It stinks.
Okay right now. The misty rain is held off for the most part. But it has been annoying, to say the least.
I think Soddy Daisy has maybe graduation tomorrow.
Gonna guess so.
Talking about Sunday potentially, but get it in today.
And for DeKalb County, you mentioned it, trying to get back to the spring fling for the first time since 2016, as that one's a check swing and a foul ball. And it's now 0-2 on Pelham, as Rowan has been able to work ahead in all of these counts so far. After each pitch, if it's hit or if it's in the dirt in the grass, they throw it to the side, they try to dry it off. As that mist starts to pick back up just a little bit. It's not much of a rain. It's more of an annoying mist that's falling out of the sky.
Annoying is a great way to describe it.
Comes the 0-2. And another foul ball. Late decision on it, but staying alive in the at-bat is Pelham.
And this is a hallmark for DeKalb this year. They're not going down easy through their ABs, making you work for it. They thought they were going to be at home tonight, but the Lady Bees had something to say about that, so now they're having to battle in and see if they can knock off a perennial powerhouse.
Yeah, how about that turnaround by the Upperman Lady Bees as well after getting run-ruled in the district tournament by this same DeKalb County team. You're able to work your way through the region tournament on the road as this one swung on left side. Third baseman's there, and the throw to first is in time. It's 1-2-3 inning for Soddy Daisy. They're coming to the plate in the bottom of one. We are scoreless here in the going to the bottom of the first. Soddy Daisy take on DeKalb County. Winner going to state. This is sectional softball on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
Back here at Soddy Daisy. Soddy Daisy coming to the plate, the lineup like this. Skylar Gooden, the center fielder. Lily Blaylock, the second baseman. Abby Ferris is the shortstop. Reagan Rowan cleans it up. She is in the circle. Hannah Patterson bats fifth at first base. Brooke Raines, the third baseman, bats sixth. Ava Blue behind the plate is batting seventh. Batting eighth is Izzy Webb, the left fielder, and the right fielder, Emmy Knowles, will bat ninth. Against Cora Kilgore in the circle, she has been a great left-handed pitcher all season long, and she's going to need some of her best stuff today against a good Soddy Daisy squad.
Yeah, powerful Soddy Daisy squad, but really a lot of speed up and down the lineup for the Lady Trojans. And Cora Kilgore, she needs to be at her best. Upperman was able to get to her early yesterday after a relatively quick top half despite the leadoff single for DeKalb. You would love to be able to match defensively if you're the Tigerettes, but the mist is going to be a factor. Just saw there the throw down to second, a little bit off the mark. So we'll see how much this moisture plays a role defensively.
It's starting to fall with a little bit more, like you said, precipitation now. That mist has been kind of misting on and off all day since we have been here for about an hour and a half so far. And we'll see how that affects that playing field. You can see it's starting to get eaten up just a little bit there in the infield. Grass is fine. It's going to be that dirt to see if they're able to keep it nice and ready to go. Skylar Gooden will step in, the leadoff batter for the Lady Trojans. Again, this Soddy Daisy team, they've made 3 straight trips to the spring fling. Haven't won a whole lot in their last couple of trips, although this is a program that is very used to winning.
She got that big hand protector and already planning on being on first base. Umpire says, nope, you got to throw that down.
So Gooden will step in against Kilgore in the circle for DeKalb County, as she'll rock and fire. And that one misses for ball one. Yeah, and you mentioned it. A lot of action coming up tomorrow in terms of Upper Cumberland schools. Gordonsville and Upperman will try to punch their ticket to the state tournament starting on Tuesday in Murfreesboro and all across Rutherford County. Swing and a foul tip into the mitt.
Kilgore, she's been able to work through trouble at times throughout this season, but she'd really love to not have to do it against the Soddy Daisy team. You're on the road. Can you just settle in and kind of make it 0-0 even through a few innings before somebody scrapes across the run just to get comfortable out there?
That one will miss high, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike now on Gooden. And we saw it yesterday in that game against Upperman as we were kind of following along on our way back from the game that we called in the Upperman Bees baseball loss to Signal Mountain, where it was 5-2 and then 5-3 and then 5-4. They just couldn't get that tying run across as that one is fouled into the net for strike 2.
And that's where we've talked about this before. Drag them into the deep water. Get them into the late into the game. Don't let them get all that early momentum. Can just make it a little bit ugly. It already is with the weather. Just water this game down and give yourself a chance in the 5th, 6th, 7th inning to pull the upset and go back to Murfreesboro for the first time in several years.
2-2, swung on, hit well out to left. Left fielder's got a beat on it, and that one is caught out in left by Hannah Brown for out number 1.
Yeah, really good job by Brown. Great jump over to her left there in time to make the catch. And so far, that's good for Kilgore in this circle. Had 2 balls in that count, but they were both close enough to force the umpire to make a call and the batter to make a decision. If she's throwing with this sort of accuracy, she can have a good outing today.
So Lily Blaylock, the second baseman, will step in and just pay attention to the home plate umpire. He is active behind the plate right now.
I'm glad you mentioned it.
That one misses for ball 1. He is all over the place. He's talking to the pitchers. He's talking to the coaches. He's getting the balls when they're coming back in, trying to get those dry ones out there.
He rocks in there.
Got to get set in that dirt. That one misses low, and it's 2-0 now to Blaylock, the second baseman, as the wind starts to pick up a little bit.
Yeah, the screen's starting to get a little covered up. We may have to get a napkin or two over here. This is problematic.
It was pretty calm early on, and now the wind picking up just a little. This one hit left side. Third baseman's got it. Low throw, but picked out of the dirt by the first baseman, and Gracie Randolph for out number 2. Bree Murphy got the throw over there in time, but it does record out number 2.
Great pick over there by Randolph at first, and we're going to get the umbrella moved over here. Sorry, Jacob, but we got a very wet screen right now on the iPad. But 2 up, 2 down. This is exactly what you needed for DeKalb. Can you go 3 up, 3 down in a shutdown inning?
Abby Ferris will step in as that one misses outside. Kilgore hasn't really been in the zone a whole lot, but she's pitching to contact, and well, you're trusting your defense right now, and if that's going to work for you, that's going to work. 2 away here in the bottom of the first. Soddy Daisy at the plate. It's Abby Ferris. That one misses as well, and it's 2 balls and a strike. She's gone behind in the first 3 batters, 2-0.
Yeah, and again, they haven't been bad misses, but they have missed, and don't want to play behind too long. She's able to rally back in, a very experienced pitcher.
Soddy has been pretty aggressive, swinging the bat. They swing there, and that's a foul ball. So that will be strike 1. And almost each time, she's gotten a 2-0 and then thrown something close enough for them to swing at and think about. And has either fouled it off or grounded out.
Great crowd tuning in online already. Welcome you in. Facebook page, YouTube channel, and the NFHS Network today.
Comes the 2-1. Hit hard, and that'll be down for the first hit of the game for Soddy Daisy. That's in the gap. Turning the corner at first, trying to stretch it to 2. The throw comes in. The tag applied, not in time. And that'll be a 2-out double for Abby Ferris here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, Ferris was sticking 2 the whole way. She was barreling around. Pretty good job to get it back in, but not before she dived in plenty of time. And now there's that first real pressure applied from Soddy Daisy. Can DeKalb County get this 3rd out and get back into the dugout?
And Reagan Rowan, the pitcher in the circle for Soddy Daisy, will try to help herself out and try to play to run with a runner in scoring position. Has already taken a few big hacks as she steps into the box for the first time. The righty stepping up in the box now against Kilgore in the circle. Ferris, the shortstop, stands on second base for the Lady Trojans. Kilgore delivers, and a swing and a miss on the rise action.
Yeah, that's a really good rise ball, and first time we've seen it located, raises up, and you know she's thinking about scoring 2, not just 1. That was a healthy hack, and there goes all the white in the batter's box.
Hit hard left side. Shortstop's got it. Throw to first is in time. Nice play by Bryna Pelham there at shorts. Strands a runner in the process. 1 hit, no runs across, though, and we are scoreless through 1, heading to 2. The Class 3A sectional right here on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Frontier Chevrolet is ready to get you into your next vehicle and are proud to offer a lifetime powertrain warranty on nearly all vehicles below 80,000 miles. View inventory online at www.caseychevy.com, including the brand new Chevy Trax and Traverse, or stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway today. Remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Delicious Pan Pizza is Domino's best-kept secret. With locations in Smithville, Sparta, Livingston, Allgood, and 2 in Cookeville, Delicious Pan and hand-tossed pizza, pasta, and more is never far away. Use the Domino's app to take care of your game day eats today. Domino's is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Sonia Brown is a full-service realtor and is licensed across the state of Tennessee, listing and selling residential and multifamily, land and farms, commercial and industrial properties. Sonia handles the sale from start to closing and beyond. Let her put her 30-plus years of experience to work for you. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate has been supporting student-athletes in the Upper Cumberland since 1990. You can reach Sonia Brown at 931-979-7145. Sonia Brown, realtor with American Way Real Estate, is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Top of the second, scoreless here at Soddy Daisy, Lamar Lastly Field. My name is Jacob Vincent, joined by Noah McKay on the UCR Facebook page, YouTube channel, and on the NFHS network as well. If you're on Facebook and YouTube, make sure you give us a like, comment along with us. Let us know where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. DeKalb County taking on Soddy Daisy in the Class 3A sectional, trying to punch their ticket to the Spring Fling, starting on Tuesday at the Starplex in McKnight Park in Rutherford County, coming up for softball at least, and then various locations for baseball at different high schools across Rutherford County.
Track and field coverage as well. All of our spring fling coverage will be presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. We'll be heading into Murfreesboro, all of Team UCR, for 4 or 5 days next week.
Cora Kilgore is at the plate for the first time as Rowan, I think, slipped out of the hand just a little bit. It kind of rolled in there,
which we thought could be a factor. The rain has now subsided a little bit. It got pretty
still coming
misty
down
there for a while. It hasn't full-on rained, but it's misted to various degrees throughout the afternoon here.
Yeah, and you can tell it's wet. And it was obviously raining in the Upper Cumberland earlier today. Pretty good at times as that one misses. And now Rowan, who had gotten ahead on all of the batters, is now behind 2-0 for the first time.
Now you want to see one here if you're Kilgore there in the batter's box. And DeKalb got a leadoff base runner, ran themselves out of it in the first. Just trying to put some pressure on here. Again, 0-0, as long as you're there, you don't feel a ton of pressure to score, although it would certainly be nice.
2-0. That one's fouled back, and it's 2-1 now on Cora Kilgore. She tries to help herself out at the plate.
And this is not the same Soddy Daisy team as the ones that won all those state championships. It's been a while since they've won one, but they are a team that knows how to get to Murfreesboro. They want to get over the hump when they get there, but they know how to get there. They've done it several years in a row now. It's a DeKalb County team that's trying to break through and get there for the first time since 2016.
Popped up, and that'll sail out of play as all the kids playing in the hitting cages behind us. Fortunately, they're protected. They're in the cages.
They are.
It is 2-2, though, on Kilgore.
It's a perfect place. Just
yeah,
stay in
it's
there.
Great.
And we'll see after the game. That's parents just throw them.
Don't leave. Don't
cage.
go anywhere. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Kilgore. Is Rowan ready to go? Rocks and fires. Hit back up the right side. Second baseman Blaylock has it, and that'll be out number 1. 4 up, 4 down so far to start the game for Rowan in the circle.
You could tell you're getting to the elite of the elite teams, the defensive plays that sometimes in the regular season get bobbled, get errors, not for these two teams. So far with this one, both defenses have been up to the challenge.
And I should rephrase, there was a base runner for DeKalb County, but she was caught stealing as Wilbur to lead off the game. Here's Gracie Randolph stepping in, the first baseman for DeKalb County. And you mentioned DeKalb County. Last time they actually played in the sub-state round was 2018, and that was a home game for them, but they fell to Sweetwater 7-4. This is the first sub-state appearance since 2018, as that one's a called strike across to Randolph.
Yeah, it's her best pitch she's thrown so far, on the inside black right there. Fastball. Not overwhelming velocity. It's about the location for both the pitchers in this game, quite frankly. Speaking of overwhelming velocity, tomorrow night we'll be at Crump Paris Park.
Yes, we will.
Tigerettes against South Pittsburgh. Reigning state champs trying to get back to Murfreesboro.
Had a little bit of troubles in that region championship against Joe Burns. Used extras to get the win, but they were able to finally scrape it across as that one misses inside. 2 balls and a strike.
You like that segue?
It's pretty good. We'll see a lot of velocity.
Professional announcer. Yeah, right there.
And that one swung on and missed, and it's now 2-2 to the first baseman Randolph for the Tigerettes. Rowan trying to work pretty quickly through these first 5 batters in the lineup. She gave up a single to lead it off to Wilbur, but then was able to get her caught stealing. Since then, 3 in a row retired, and it's now a full count to Gracie Randolph.
Good job working the count here by Gracie Randolph. Hadn't chased anything. Took a good hack at that last pitch.
Payoff. That'll miss low, and that will be a walk issued with 1 out to Gracie Randolph. She'll make her way down to first.
Yeah, it's a great AB for Randolph in there. Like I mentioned, she took a healthy hack once, but didn't go chasing anything. That's what you got to do against a good pitcher. Make her throw you good pitches, and if not, go ahead and take your base.
So Bree Murphy, the third baseman now for the Tigerettes, will step into that right-handed batter's box with a runner on first base and 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Rowan, the righty, fires it in, and that'll miss outside for ball 1.
Beautiful facility here. It's got tore up a little bit because of the rain, but standard 200 feet all the way around. They got some tailgates backed up, the truck tailgates.
Yeah, we should have done that.
It'd be a fun vantage point to broadcast from.
Might have to zoom in a little bit, but
Yeah, we get the football camera out
There
for
we
that
go.
one back there.
There we go, the wide angle.
We just don't have a good scoreboard on that one. That's the problem.
True.
That's really the issue.
It's 1-1 here to Murphy, and that's a swing and a miss on the outside pitch, and it's now 1-2 with one away and a runner on first.
Yeah, it looks like Rowan settled back in there in the circle. She's been around the zone, just like we saw with Kilgore. No terrible misses yet.
She's got that rosin bag out there, trying to keep that hand dry. Swing and a miss, and there is the first strikeout of the day for Rowan in the circle.
Yeah, that's a good pitch. Elevating it, let her high, and looks so good. You got to swing at it. Really nice bounce back after a walk to go rally back. It's a pretty dominant strikeout there in the circle, and she's trying to keep that top of the order at bay. Get out of this trouble with only a runner at first. Nobody hitting the scoring position yet in the game for DeKalb County.
Yeah, it'll be the right fielder, Elena Turner, stepping in for the first time, as that one is a called strike on the inside corner. Over at first base is Gracie Randolph. She drew the walk on a full count with one out. And now 2 away in the inning, and Turner steps in for the first time.
Sometimes all you need is a walk to lock you in. Rowan looks really good right now.
Swing and a miss.
Watch out.
Trying to strand the runner over at first. Turner trying to keep the inning going here. Behind in the count, though, 0-2 as the mist intensifies just a little bit. Here's the 0-2. And try to go with that high one. A rise ball.
Good job to not just be in swing mode there when you go down 0-2 and you come up empty on 2 straight swings. It's easy to just hack away. She's alive in there.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Turner. Rowan in the circle, rocks and fires, and that'll be a foul ball. Fortunately, nobody walking in, and we didn't park up here either, so we're safe from the foul balls. If someone hits your vehicle from here,
I'm going to be livid and impressed.
I was going to say, we might have to congratulate them. There's called strike 3 on the inside corner, a backwards K to end the inning. 2 Ks in a row, and they strand the runner over at first base. Soddy Daisy coming back to the plate. You're watching the Class 3A sectional on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. From the sports field to the hunting field, our friends at Hall Sports and Outdoors can outfit anyone. Located in the heart of Jamestown at 207 South Main Street, Hall Sports and Outdoors carries everything from kayaks, fishing gear, and camo to guns and ammo. With top brands such as Columbia, Timberland, Under Armour, Asics, and much more, nobody can top their selection. Need some custom gear for your team? They also offer uniforms, gear, and custom embroidery. Stop by and see them at 207 South Main Street in Jamestown. Hall Sports and Outdoors, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Back here at Soddy Daisy, DeKalb County back out into the field, and Cora Kilgore will have to face 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup for the Lady Trojans. Hannah Patterson, Brooke Raines, and Ava Blue will step in for the Lady Trojans. There's no score yet so far in this one. A few base runners from either side, but both pitchers have been pretty solid early on in this game.
Yeah, they have been, and in a game like that, if it can continue, of course, just the second inning for Kilgore, so she's trying to match what we just saw Rowan do. Each run becomes pivotally important. Every time you get a runner in scoring position, can you bring them around? Because it could be a low-scoring game, and if it is, well, I don't have to tell you how important it is to score that time when you get somebody in scoring position. We already saw Soddy strand one, though, in that last inning after the double.
And Abby Ferris rope it almost all the way to the fence, and she was running hard to 2 the whole way. Was able to get in there. Cora Kilgore finally ahead in a count as she gets that one across for an 0-1 pitch. Patterson, right side. That'll be through. Center fielder charging onto it in vain, but cannot get there quickly or in time enough to get a throw into first. So it will be a single for Hannah Patterson to lead things off here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, Soddy Daisy looking to strike first, lead off base runner. That'll help him a lot. Kilgore knows she's got to settle in there. Wasn't particularly hard hit, but it was in the right place to get it through the middle.
So it'll be Brooke Raines, the third baseman, stepping in now. Runner on first base with nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Scoreless so far between these two sides. Soddy Daisy coming off of a 13-5 win against Heritage last night in the Region 3 championship. That one gets all the way to the backstop, and that's going to advance Patterson into scoring position.
Got to be able to get it across the plate here. Just talking about how it could be a low-scoring game. That one run could loom large if Soddy's able to cash in.
Kelsey Nunley Moore, the third base coach's box over there for Soddy Daisy, giving the signs into Brooke Raines, who's at the plate. Kilgore trying to get a good grip on that softball in the circle, trying to dry it off just a little bit in the mitt with a runner on second base. The 1-0 swung on and evens the count up at 1-1.
Great pitch. Give up the single, then a wild pitch to rally back with that one. Very nicely done for Cora Kilgore.
You mentioned Soddy Daisy. They've got a lot of state titles. 8 state titles in school history. As that one is a called strike on the outside corner. But the last time was in 2012. So it's been a little while since they have been in that state championship game and won that state championship game after winning quite a few. It's a 1-2 count here to Raines. That one bounces all the way to the backstop. It goes, and Patterson is up to third base.
Yeah, and that single might as well have been a triple now. Standing just one bag away, potential game's first run.
And we've seen that from both pitchers so far. We saw it from Rowan to lead off the inning there in that last inning against DeKalb County in the top of the second. Man, now Kilgore kind of dealing with that wetness. And again, it's not really a rain. It's just a mist and enough to make everything wet. And enough to make it annoying. Raines pops this one up towards foul territory, giving chase a few different players right at the fence, and unable to make the grab is Gracie Randolph. So it will be just still 2-2.
Well, it's a good thing Gracie Randolph didn't catch that because nobody was at home plate, and it would have been an easy run to come across.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Raines at the plate with a runner on third base. Soddy Daisy trying to strike first with nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Kilgore fires it in, and that one is hit well. Out to right center and on a ride. That's going to score 1. It's going to score 2. It's into the back of a truck out there in right center. It's a 2-run bomb.
Yeah, that ball was crushed. Straight over, dead center field, into the tailgate, and that is a big start to this bottom half for Soddy Daisy as they take the 2-0 lead.
A 2-run blast for Brooke Raines out of the 6th spot in the lineup. We mentioned this Soddy Daisy team. They've got power all the way through, and that's the first home run of the game for them and breaks the scoreless tie. It's now 2-0 and still nobody out here in the bottom of the second. It'll be the catcher, Ava Blue, now stepping in.
Got to be able to shake it off if you're DeKalb. Back to a new inning. Nobody out, nobody on. Find a way to get some outs.
Yeah, and for Cora Kilgore, you got the empty bases now. Now you can just focus on the batter again. You had the runner on third base. We're trying to make some pitches. That was on a 2-2 pitch that she gave up the home run. There's a strike across to Blue. Gave up the 5 runs yesterday to Upperman as they will host Heritage coming up tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Swing and a miss.
That's a good off-speed pitch. Kilgore hadn't gone to it very much today. That's a really nice one in. Keep the hitter off balance.
Went to the outside corner that time. Went inside for the first pitch, outside that time. Now we'll have options here on 0-2. Here it is from Kilgore. That one is hit hard down the right field line, and that is a fair ball. Blue turns the corner at first. She's looking for 2. She is in there with a stand-up double. Back-to-back hits. Everybody's been aboard. 3 straight hits here in the inning.
Probably time for a circle visit here for DeKalb County. Yeah, we're going to see one here. Coach going to come out and have a word as they are now starting to tag up some of these softballs there.
It's going to be a conversation with the infield. We get Sexton to come on to run for Blue as a courtesy runner. Horton will go out and talk things over with her infield and with Cora Kilgore as well. They're trying to figure some things out. 3 straight hits to open up this inning. She has been ahead in all of these counts. Was ahead 0-1 on Patterson. We had a 2-2 count on Raines before she gave up the home run. And then Ava Blue was behind 0-2. So she's getting to where she wants to be, but then finding too much of the plate on the pitches that they're being aggressive with for Soddy Daisy.
Yeah, and they're not swinging for ground balls. They're swinging to send it somewhere a long way away, and you've seen that. So you have the single, then the home run, which was crushed, and now another extra base hit with the double into that right field corner. So danger territory here for DeKalb County, looking for just an out or 2 here, trying to settle into this second inning. But this is a Soddy Daisy team. They've been there, done that, got the T-shirt, and they look like it right now.
Been to the state tournament for the last couple of seasons. And now stepping in will be Izzy Webb, the left fielder, to try to keep this train going right now. A single, a home run, and a double so far here in the bottom of the second has already played at 2 runs.
And it's the bottom half of the order, too. Yeah. doing the damage.
She was able to get through the top half pretty cleanly. But again, has been pitching to that contact. Now that contact's getting a little bit harder. Kilgore misses high and inside. DeKalb County 20-13 on the year, and you and I were kind of talking about it on the way up here. Had a great start to the season. And still pretty good midway through the season. Great district tournament, and then just couldn't get the job done yesterday against Upperman. Really felt like they, you said it, should be hosting a sub-state round.
Yeah, it looks like, and that's just how tight of a district it was between those top two, and now you have to come on the road to this place, and now it's rocking. It's not over. It's only 2-0, but you got to figure out a way to get some outs.
2-0. And that is off the glove. No, it hit her. So that's going to be a hit batter, and that's going to put a runner over at first.
And the danger red light we talk about all the time, Jacob, absolutely blaring for the Tigerettes. Still nobody out, and now what's looming on deck is the top of the order and some really big bats.
Yeah, and Soddy Daisy, they're 22-10-1, but they play a very good schedule. They challenge themselves throughout the year, and Heritage, another good team out of that District 6 as well. So the 9-batter, Emmy Knowles, and the right fielder will step in now with the runners on first and second. The Tigerettes still looking for the first out of the inning. The bunt put down. It's a good one down the first base line. Tag is applied. And that's probably a good thing because I don't know if they would have gotten the throw on the speedy Knowles. It moves both runners into scoring position, though.
Yeah, good job tagging by Randolph there, but a productive out for Knowles as it flips the lineup over. And now you've got some big bats with 2 in scoring position looking for some insurance now here in the second.
So it is the top of the lineup as Skylar Gooden will now step in. Hits this one hard, back up the middle, 1 run scores. They're going to hold the runner at third base as a throw comes in. Really good one from Bain, and Gooden takes advantage and moves up to second base in the process. So it will be an RBI single and then advancing on the throw for Skylar Gooden.
This is clinical right now for Soddy Daisy. I mean, really impressive. Up and down the lineup, their ability to hit. You got the little small ball in and the celebration going. They got that UCF softball. It went viral on TikTok, the scoop and weave celebration. I think that's taking over the world right now. I'm hip, so I know those things.
Let's say I wouldn't.
Yeah,
you're beating me.
Yeah, you're like an old man already, though.
You're right.
Yeah, I know.
I love it.
Can't wait to get home to mow your lawn.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
A little too wet today.
I'm going to chop some wood.
Maybe. See. That is an option. Here's the 0-1 to Blaylock. Swing and a miss, and now 0-2. Kilgore ahead. Still looking for that second out of the inning now.
Going to be a cold winter. Got to get ready for that.
Well, I don't know if we have to get ready for that right now. It's going to be warm. It's going to be warm next
Never
week.
Be too ready. Yes, it is.
0-2. And that one misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Lily Blaylock, who grounded out to third base her first time up.
And this has been the issue in the losses for DeKalb County, getting in early holes. And they've been able to battle back, but they haven't been able to get all the way back in a lot of these games, and now you're in big danger. 3
runs on 4 hits so far. That one's a foul ball, 1-2. And runners on second and third right now. Izzy Webb over there at third base after being hit by a pitch. Skylar Gooden singled and then advanced to second on the throw coming from Bain in. So now 2 runners in scoring position for back-to-back batters. Lily Blaylock trying to take advantage of it now, already leading 3-0 here in the bottom of the second. This is the 2-run shot to get it started by Rains. That one will miss low. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And it's been this, can you get the payoff pitch? That's what's kind of eluded Kilgore in this inning. She's had a few 2-strike counts, and that's when they've done the damage as she's trying to get that punch-out pitch, and they haven't made a mistake on it yet.
Blaylock was ahead in her first at-bat, 2-0. Here's the 2-2. That one hits her. It's going to load the bases for Abby Ferris. Second hit batsman of the second inning. And it loads the bases with 1 out here in the bottom of the second.
And a big bat stepping in. Already ripped a double in this game.
Hit it in that left center gap, right at that Soddy Daisy sign on the fence. Here's the sliding mitt coming in for Blaylock, who had to take it out after her first at-bat.
Forcing any base here for DeKalb County, so you can come home with it. Try to save a run there, infield coming in to defend it.
Corners way in, middle infielders in as well on the base path. As Abby Ferris steps in, ripped the double her first time up, was stranded right there at second base. Already 3 runs across and just 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Popped up. Playable for the moment at the net, and it hits the net. Just got into it, taking away the chance for the catcher, Riley Cohen, to have a chance at it. It will be strike 1, though, to Abby Ferris.
2 times in this inning, there's been a kind of blooper in the foul territory that's just gotten into the net. The last time, the next pitch was sitting to that truck out there. I don't know if that glass survived on the back window of that truck or not.
I can't tell.
I
think it landed in the tailgate.
It bounced into it.
Landed in the bed.
Yeah.
And then out. Pretty impressive. I think you should get extra points for that. Comes the 0-1 from Kilgore, and that misses outside, evens it up. We will have trivia today, so get ready for that.
And DeKalb County really doesn't have anywhere else to go here, so Corey Kilgore knows it's her game. She's going to have to figure out a way to battle in here.
Trying to find some really good pitches right now with 1 gone in the inning. And that was just on the sac bunt. Here's the 1-1. Hit hard. Out to left field, and that'll be down. Multiple runs going to score. 1 across, 2 across. The runner into third is safe, and that's a 2 RBI double for Abby Ferris. She's 2 for 2 with 2 doubles.
And that one was ripped again, about 15 feet away from the fence when it dropped in. And now, time called again, and the celebration is on. This is a huge inning for Soddy Daisy, and it's tough right now for DeKalb County. They just cannot find a way to get an out. The one out that they've got was kind of handed to them with the sacrifice bunt. Other than that, they're just hitting the covering off the softball right now.
And Reagan Rowan, who we know she's got power in this cleanup spot, grounded out to short her first time up. She's got runners on second and third. It has been 3 straight batters that have had runners on second and third. That time it was with bases loaded. And Abby Ferris was able to cash in for a couple of runs. She stands on second base. It's 5-0 here in the second. Cora Kilgore searching for some outs. And that one is hit left side at short. Pelham turns to first, gets the out there. It does score a run. So it's 6-0, but there are 2 outs in the inning as both runners advance.
Yeah, it's a heads-up base running move there. The throw goes over to first. She takes off from second to third, but you finally get that second out. It is another run across, though. So just a tough inning here for DeKalb County. They're going to need a reset whenever they can get it back into the dugout.
It is 6-0, and it's not done yet as Hannah Patterson will step in. She singled and scored to lead off this inning as they have batted around here in the bottom of the second. After only having 1 base runner in the first, have played at 6 in the second. Late swing. That'll be a foul ball.
And again, Kilgore's been ahead of a lot of these batters. It's just been that one payoff pitch. Hadn't been able to get it across. I'm going to take off my raincoat, and it's going to backfire.
It's the sun is trying to peek through the clouds. It's gotten a little bit brighter. Warmed up just a little bit. Been sitting right around 70 degrees. But it's muggy. Kilgore ready to go with the 0-1 to Patterson. Hit hard out to right, in the right center gap, and that one's down. 1 bouncer to the fence. Patterson looking for 2. The throw comes in, not in time. Another double and another run across.
Yeah, it's just a super impressive inning for Soddy Daisy. Everybody in the order is hitting the softball well right now. They've got the 1 out on the ground out. The other was the sacrifice bunt. And it's just what do you got to do to get into the dugout right now if you're Kilgore in there in the circle.
7 runs on 6 hits. That is the second hit of the inning for Hannah Patterson. And Brooke Raines, who hit a 2-run shot, will step back in.
Yeah, and she hit the stuffing out of it on that 2-run home run.
Put it right over that right center fence into the bed of a, looks to be a Ford F-150.
Goose is here today.
He is.
And he's got a ridiculous lens.
It's insane. He can literally go, the high school is down the mountain there, or down the hill, I should say. He could go there on the roof and probably still get some pretty good shots.
He could shoot Pluto, actually.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a telescope that he's got out today. He's got a new toy.
Kilgore ready to deliver. And that'll be a foul ball. So Raines was the second batter of this inning and now comes out for the second time, as this is the 11th batter to come to the plate in this inning. 7 runs across, and now that run rule starts to creep back into your mind a little bit.
Yeah, it's there now.
Hit hard, and that'll be down for a hit. Patterson at third base is stopped right there as Bain. A very good throw in. Good block by Cohen behind. And it's now first and third after the single. They are peppering Kilgore in the circle right now.
One little thing that they've done well, Soddy Daisy, of course, they're hitting it so hard, and now another trip to the circle. Their base running's been really smart. They haven't run themselves into any outs, and there's probably going to be a change here for DeKalb County. You're just going to have to look for a spark somehow, some way.
It's going to be a Hall Sports and Outdoors call to the bullpen. We'll let you know about it coming up after this. It's the Class 3A sectional on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Clint Connor is your local auctions expert. With full service from start to finish, the Exit Crossroads Auction Group are here to make the process easy for you. Visit crossroadsauctiongroup.com for more details and current auctions. Clint Connor, your local auctions expert, is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with creative food and drinks on the rooftop. Fire and Vine is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Third baseman Bree Murphy will move over to the circle now for the DeKalb County Tigerettes as Cora Kilgore is going to go out into the outfield. She goes into right field right now. So they make a change in the circle because they are really timing up Kilgore right now. 7 runs across on 6 hits as Brooke Rain singles that time. And it's been a clinic right now in this second inning.
And everything besides the bunt has been hard hit. I mean, they are swinging for the fences, and it's working so far. And the warm-up swing in here was just a huge swing as well. So they're trying to send these softballs not just into the outfield, they're trying to send them out of here. Only 1 home run so far, but this is a huge inning. And DeKalb just 1 out. Get it back into the dugout. Give yourselves a chance.
Ava Blue stepping in for the second time. She doubled and scored already in this inning.
Down the right field line.
Yep, hit it really hard. Murphy delivers home. That misses outside. First and third as well with 2 outs.
And Murphy does have some pop with the velocity. It's just about being able to fire it where it's supposed to go.
Murphy came in from third base. Comes home with a 1-0. And swing and a miss.
Good pitch. You can see Blue is not swinging for a single at all.
Be tough, too. And I know a softball's a little bit different, but when you got a 200-foot fence out there, seems a little bit more capable. That one misses outside.
It's a good pitch. Did miss, but it's a good pitch.
2 balls, 1 strike. Patterson over at third base. She had the RBI double that plated Abby Ferris. That one, foul ball.
1 more strike here for Murphy.
That's all Murphy's looking for.
That can steal some momentum back. You get a new pitcher in there. She can get the out. You got some pop in the bats on the other side for DeKalb, but it's going to be close to insurmountable if anybody else comes across.
7-0 right now. And that'll miss outside. It's now 3-2 to Ava Blue.
And that's one thing we've seen. There's really no reprieve with this lineup. So even if you walk her, there's a free bag sitting out there, but doesn't get much easier.
Murphy, the payoff. Left side. Pelham is there. We'll go to first. It's a good throw, and they get out of the inning finally. 7 runs across, though, in the inning on 7 hits. A couple of runners left aboard for Soddy Daisy. They lead at 7-0 after 2 innings. We head to 3. You're watching the Class 3A sectional on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what
Frontier Chevrolet is ready to get you into your next vehicle and are proud to offer a lifetime powertrain warranty on nearly all vehicles below 80,000 miles. View inventory online at www.caseyschevy.com, including the brand new Chevy Trax and Traverse, or stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway today. Remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye.
7-0 as we get started here in the top half of the third. 8-9-1 due up for DeKalb County, and they need runs as Rayleigh Cowan, Hannah Brown, and Riley Wilbur at the top of the lineup will be coming to the plate here after Cora Kilgore got peppered up a little bit there in the bottom of the second. Bree Murphy came in, did her job, was able to get out of the inning, but now you need to plate some runs to give yourself some momentum as this game goes on.
Yeah, it's too close to the run roll right now. I mean, just to be honest with you. So you got to get some runs to get away from that. It's 7-0. Get 2 or 3 in this one, and you feel like you got a chance. But the problem is that second inning in the circle for Soddy Daisy was really strong. So it feels like they're building the momentum, trying to avoid what happens all the time. You get a big explosive inning on one end, shutdown inning on the other. DeKalb can't afford for that to happen here.
Yeah, it's 15 after 2 or after 3, 12 after 4, and 10 after 5. And they won 13-5 against Heritage yesterday.
4 straight region championships
Yeah,
for Soddy
it's
Daisy.
an impressive number, and they got some good competition down here as well.
Yeah, you see 4 straight district championships a lot, 4 straight region championships. Then you got a wider net out there for good teams year after year, and they've dominated down here.
And it's been for some time where they have been dominating.
It's one of the premier softball programs in the state, no question about it.
That one hit hard, or off the end of the bat, I should say. Oh, Blaylock kind of bounces away. I don't know if it hit the glove or not of Rowan in the circle, and then Blaylock tried to charge it, took kind of a wild hop. Looked like it was hit hard, but it was off the end of the bat, and Cowan able to make her way aboard with a single.
Yeah, had kind of side spin on it off the edge of the bat, and it tipped off of the glove there in the circle, and then bobbled at second, and that's more than enough to reach, and so that's what you need for DeKalb, leadoff base runner, and now see if you can move her over.
See what Hannah Brown does here. Gets the signs from Coach Horton there in that third base coach's box. Runner on first base, corner infield will be in.
Yeah, here comes slap bunt.
It is a bunt shown, pulling back, and it will be ball 1.
Just a standard bunt, but still. Trying to move the runner over and see if you can beat out a throw down to first.
A little bit tougher out of that right-handed batter's box.
It is. But if you can kind of drop it short enough down that first base line, you can win the race.
Shows bunt early, up in the box, pulls it back, swings away, and it's strike 1. 1-1 now to Hannah Brown.
Oh, Carl Rusty is nice and dry. It's just the 3 of us who are out here having to get wet. No, don't let him.
Well, Goose,
yeah, don't let him bait you into that.
Goose is probably in the
nice
dugout. The bunt right in front of home plate. This is a really good one. The throw to first is not in time. Hannah Brown beats it out. It's back-to-back singles in the infield.
Yeah, that was a great bunt. Forget putting it down the first base line. Just put it right in front of home plate. No chance to make the play. And now 8 and 9 did their job. And again, you don't have to get all 7 back. Can you get 2 or 3 and feel like you got a chance? Now you flip the lineup over to the top.
It'll be Riley Wilbur. She singled her last time up. As runners on first and second, she was then caught stealing on the base path.
Some of the bunts may be better with the rain. It's not going to
really
roll out.
Soft.
It's going to sit there.
It's pretty dry right now. As the mist has subsided for the moment. First and second with nobody out here in the top of the third. And that'll be into the net for a foul ball, strike 1. Fortunately, the net is working so far today rather than yesterday at Signal Mountain where we almost died.
I don't know what happened.
Snuck through somehow. This net looks great.
Everyone yelled heads. I was like, surely not me. Nope.
It was us.
It did.
It was.
The closest call we've had.
Wouldn't have felt good. Here's the 0-1. And that's a good off-speed right there, 0-2.
That's a great changeup. I mean, really, really good.
Kind of way out in front. Was looking for the fastball. Got the changeup. No balls, 2 strikes to Wilbur. Nobody out, though, here in the top of the third. And this is exactly what DeKalb County needed. The 0-2. That'll be a foul ball.
She's shown the ability to get strikeouts, though, so that's the thing. Even with traffic out there, you're not guaranteed runs against a pitcher who can sit you down without any damage being done.
We'll get to some trivia coming up in the bottom of the third. How about that?
I think that's a good idea. I've cooled off on trivia. The new website's tougher. And you're making the choices.
Popped up. Shortstop is out there. They're going to call the infield fly, and that will be out number 1.
Big out number 1 for Soddy defensively, who wants to maintain that momentum. In a way, you can build even more if you get 2 on with nobody out and nobody comes across to score. So a big moment here for Bain. Try and do some damage.
In terms of trivia, it is the same website, but now we're doing team-specific trivia. So that's the change.
Well, and you're making the choices.
Right. Well, I do that anyways.
Do you? I thought it came from the website before.
What do you mean?
I thought the choices came from
the
website.
No, yeah, I did. No, these also come from the website. And the line out, the tag, double it up. They strand 1 runner, but it's a quick top of the third, and Soddy Daisy is coming to hit in the bottom of 3 once more. This is the Class 3A sectional on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement. And start a career where memories start with you.
Well, in the second inning for the Soddy Daisy Lady Trojans, they had 7 hits, 7 runs, and 2 runners left to board. They lead it 7-0 getting started here in the bottom of the third. It is 8-9-1 due-up. Izzy Webb, Emmy Knowles, and then back to the top in Skylar Gooden.
Yeah, I don't know how good that is because there's no holes in this Soddy Daisy lineup. They showed it off in the last inning. They're looking to add on here. And for Bree Murphy, she got the one out and the one batter she faced. Can she stack them up here?
The only player that has not been aboard is Reagan Rowan, who was 0 for 2 with a couple of groundouts, does have a run driven in. She's the cleanup batter. And then, yeah, the sack bunt by Emmy Knowles as well. So not the official AB. We'll call them qualifying at-bats. But everybody else has reached and scored.
Yeah, that tells the story so far, for sure.
All 7 runs came across there. There's a called strike on the outside corner.
And the umpire just had an all-time voice crack. I mean, all-time. That is on another planet.
I was wondering why it wasn't as loud.
No,
I can't say anything, though, because I do it quite a bit.
No, me too. Respect.
Left side of the infield. Pelham is there. Eats her up just a little bit. Gathers. The throw is high. That's towards the dugout. And it will keep the runner right there at first in Izzy Webb.
Yeah, Pelham's done a nice job today. That really isn't on her. That infield's been tore up, and it took an awkward hop. She was able to block it up nicely, had to rush the throw. She was going to be safe no matter what.
Emmy Knowles will step in.
Goose has got his camo chair. He's right behind home plate now. Okay, he's got 2 fences to deal with. I'm curious to see this picture.
Throw behind the runner at first as that pitch came in. I believe it was ball 1.
There he is. See that lens, ladies and gentlemen?
It's enormous.
There's no reason for that. There's no reason for that lens. It's really something. And, I mean, look at this. Look at this guy.
One misses for ball 2.
You won't miss any action, I promise you. I just want to put the camera on. Look at this. Through 2 fences. You wonder how the magic gets made.
Oh, he's going to find something good there.
I think he's actually
going to zoom in on the fence.
He's shooting a game in crossfire.
Ground ball back up the middle, and that one is going to be through for a hit. Back-to-back singles to lead off the inning from the 8-9 spot in the lineup for Soddy Daisy.
He's shooting a game in Crossville right now.
He might be, yeah.
That thing.
I don't know if there's anything going on, but
shooting the scenery or something. I don't know.
Plenty of that.
What a guy. And what a start for Soddy Daisy. DeKalb County's got to be, I mean, this is not ideal.
Well, yeah,
flips over.
Nothing too hard hit there. But back-to-back ground balls, but back-to-back singles, and now it does flip back over to Gooden at the top of the lineup. She tries to go with the bunt, and that'll be a foul ball. She had the RBI single, came around to score in the second, lined out to left her first time up.
I'm not sure why you'd butt if you're Soddy Daisy with how they swung the bat right now. I mean, they're just peppering all over the yard. And everywhere. They've hit it down the right field line, left field line, home run to center. It's been all over the place.
Just trying to keep on manufacturing runs. They lead at 7-0 right now. Trying to get to 12. So that one's right back up the middle. The quick throw to first to get the out there. It does move the runner, so kind of works as a bunt. But it will be a ground out. First out of the inning.
Yeah, good play right there for Murphy to flash the letter. She's usually over there at third, so used to that being the hot corner, and she makes the nice catch.
Lily Blaylock steps in, was hit by a pitch right on that right ankle. Came around to score, though, back in the second. Grounded out to third base her first time up. She's got runners at second and third. And that'll be a called strike. She was looking for that slap hit.
Got to be ready for it. on the left side of the infield here if you're DeKalb County. Got to make a good throw over to first. She's got speed.
There's in there for strike two.
Yeah, you go to the upper right quadrant, then bring it in that bottom left quadrant. That's really good pitching. And a 1-2 sequence there for Bree Murphy.
No balls, 2 strikes as Blaylock steps in against Bree Murphy. Runners on second and third with 1 out. The off-speed hit left side. Going to be a tough play. Pelham, the throw to first is not in time. And it scores the 8th run of the game for Soddy Daisy.
Yeah, no chance for Pelham there. She made a really good throw as fast as she could, but that's a great slap hit. And really the only chance is the third baseman could reach out, but it was just too far away from her glove. And now that run rule becomes very, very real here with some of the biggest bats in the order coming up here.
Yeah, it'll be Abby Ferris. She is 2 for 2 with 2 doubles, a run scored, and 2 runs driven in.
There's an earthquake going on or something.
Yeah, sorry about that. Habit. That one gets away. The runner thinking about it. She's coming home. Nobody covering, and it's going to score the run. And advancing up to third in the process goes Blaylock. She advanced 2 bases.
And again, heads-up base running throughout these past couple of innings for Soddy Daisy. Whenever there's been an opening, they've taken it, but they haven't forced anything. They haven't tried to stretch anything that they haven't needed to, and it's why they've really opened this game up. And right now, it is all Lady Trojans. They look like a team on a mission in this ballpark.
Now 2 more runs across. It's 9-0 and a 1-0 count to Abby Ferris.
And now you're 3 runs away from having to score in the next half inning if you're DeKalb County.
There's 1 out here in the inning. It was a ground out by Blue. That one's fouled off. Or I beg your pardon. Ground out by Gooden. Ferris trying to get Rowan back to the plate to his 0 for 2 with a run batted in. Couple of ground outs.
How many hits do they have right now? A lot.
I've got them 7 in that last inning, 3 already here in this one, and 1 in the first, so that's 11. There's a called strike. It's now 2-2.
And Murphy's been able to kind of pinpoint the pitches every time something's been left over the heart of the plate. Soddy Daisy has made no mistake. It's really impressive.
2-2. Off speed, swung on in the dirt. They will throw down to first and get the out there, but then the run comes home and she evades the tag. Great run and a great slide by Blaylock, and it's 10-0.
Yeah, it is, again, just a clinic right now. You're seeing really high-level softball being played by Soddy Daisy. They're hitting the softball well, drop down a couple of bunts, slap hits, and then that base running right there. As soon as that throw goes down, she was kind of leaking down the line. Catcher never looked that way, but she has to make the throw to first to ensure the out. So you make them make a decision. And it's another run. Now they're in double digits.
It was the first Birdie's Lounge strikeout of the day for Bree Murphy. Now 2 away in the inning. This one swung on, popped up, right side of the infield. Second baseman is there, and the catch will be made by Riley Wilbur. It gets out of the inning, but 3 more runs across, and it is 10-0. And the Tigerettes, they need runs. This is the Class 3A sectional on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Delicious Pan Pizza is Domino's best-kept secret. With locations in Smithville, Sparta, Livingston, Allgood, and 2 in Cookeville, Delicious Pan and hand-tossed pizza, pasta, and more is never far away. Use the Domino's app to take care of your game day eats today. Domino's is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Sonia Brown is a full-service realtor and is licensed across the state of Tennessee, listing and selling residential and multifamily, land and farms, commercial and industrial properties. Sonia handles the sale from start to closing and beyond. Let her put her 30-plus years of experience to work for you. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate has been supporting student-athletes in the Upper Cumberland since 1990. You can reach Sonia Brown at 931-979-7145. Sonia Brown, realtor with American Way Real Estate, is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student-athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back here to Soddy Daisy in the top half of the 4th. DeKalb County coming to the plate now, trailing 10-0 as we get started in the top of the 4th. 3, 4, and 5 due up. Brian Pelham, Cora Kilgore, and Gracie Randolph. This is where you produce runs. This is where you need runs, and it's right now.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, because if they don't get any, you're only guaranteed one more set of ABs, and that's maybe because 2 more runs across in the bottom half would end it already for Soddy Daisy. If they could get it to 12 runs after 4 innings. If not, it's 10 after 5. So they're in run roll territory now, and this has been clinical. Soddy Daisy's been really assassin-like in their approach in this ball game today.
And I'll tell you what, the PA announcer, elite.
Unbelievable.
Today.
Absolutely.
That one misses in the dirt. He ran through the starting lineups, gave a prayer, an invocation, and then he sang the national anthem.
Yes.
And now he's also walking around
Live
the
mic.
stands, and he's giving out, he's doing kind of trivia a little bit, and he's giving out free candy for people to go up to the concession stand and get themselves a candy bar.
Finding kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great atmosphere here at Soddy Daisy.
And once the rain has stopped, it's real good.
It's
out
been
here.
really, it's been wonderful. Nice and dry now. 2-0 here to Pelham. That one swung on and a foul ball. And for Reagan Rowan in the circle, she's been pretty dominant against this DeKalb County team that they can score some runs. Have only allowed a few base runners, and they had a couple of infield singles to lead off the third, and then they were stranded, and one was caught on the base path as there was the line out to short and then the tag applied. That one gets away in the dirt, and it's now 3 balls and a strike. It's not walked a batter yet.
Has had a couple.
Actually, has had one walk.
Has had a couple of leadoff base runners aboard, though, and been able to work through trouble. It was actually 2 on with nobody out for DeKalb in the last half inning and left empty-handed. So she's had to work through some traffic, but done it nicely.
Let the leadoff base runner go aboard in the first and the third, and then the second batter aboard in the second. And this one swung on, and that'll be a base hit. The throw coming to first, no. Kind of popped out of the glove from the right fielder by Soddy Daisy. Was going to try to make the throw as Emmy Knowles. Couldn't quite get a grip on it, and it will be a single to lead it off for Brian Pelham.
And didn't have to barrel it up too much, just put it between that 3-4 gap over there on the right side of the infield. And again, can they cash in? They've had traffic on the base paths. You're in that run roll territory. You got to find a way to get some runs across here if you're the Tigerettes.
It'll be Cora Kilgore stepping in. She grounded out to Blaylock at second base her first time up. She's got a runner on first base with nobody out here in the top of the fourth. This one popped up. You got it? Right over us.
I could have caught it if I would have stood up, but I wasn't going to do that.
It is 0-1 to Kilgore.
I think it hit somebody behind us, unfortunately. But it was in the back.
You could have saved him. What are you doing?
And I could have taken out every piece of equipment we got sitting here. If I jump up, a lot of stuff moves.
The bunt is a foul ball, and it's strike 2.
Your leg bouncing caused an earthquake. If I jump up, we are in trouble.
We're out of service.
We're going to really test the integrity of these grandstands.
0-2. Nobody out here in the fourth, and there's the first strikeout of the inning. And the second strikeout of the game for Rowan.
Yeah, Rowan's shown really good poise to be able to bounce back after she had a walk earlier, rally back with a punch out there, gives up the leadoff single, rallies back with another punch out. She's got the goods.
Gracie Randolph walked her first time up. We'll step in here, trying to make her way aboard with a runner on first to the one gone. Swing and a miss. And for Rowan, she's trying to see if she can sit these Tigerettes down and just get a couple more runs on the board. They only need 2 more. Swing and a miss. And no matter what, they're in run rule territory right now, but it won't come into play until the 5th. They can get to 12 after 4, though. Trying to punch their ticket to the spring fling. That misses outside, 1-2. DeKalb County, they're trying to string together some hits. They got the leadoff base runner aboard. Kilgore then tried to move the runner over, ended up striking out. It's now 1-2 to Gracie Randolph. Here's the pitch from Rowan, and that's called strike 3 on the inside corner, back-to-back Ks.
And again, haven't been able to string together the big hit. Get that big critical hit to even earlier when it was tied to strike, and now trying to claw back into it. Just haven't been able to pull the trigger on some of these pitches.
So Bree Murphy will step in. Started at third base, now in the circle for DeKalb County. Runner on first base is Brian Pelham. And a called strike on the outside corner.
She is pounding the strike zone right now.
Yeah, now that it's dry, you don't have to worry about it getting as wet. Obviously, if it hits the ground, you still got to dry it off. They actually have a designated spot for the photographers over there. Goose is over there. It's 1-1, and I can promise you he can see everywhere on the field with the lens. He's a little bit past the dugouts, kind of on their storage spot. Comes the 1-1 from Rowan. Swing and a miss. Runner goes. Throw down to second high. It's going to go into center field, but the center fielder backing it up. It will be a domino stolen base for Brian Appellum.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised with the moisture on the field. We haven't seen more of that trying to steal a base. It's going to be tough to throw down for the catcher from behind home plate.
I believe that was a strike.
We're going to find out. I think you're right.
I believe it's 1-2.
We don't have the scoreboard. The scoreboard's not operational today.
Home plate umpire says 1-2. It is official today.
Yes.
Pitch. That one will miss high. Good snag there by Blue.
Yeah, she snow-coned that one on its way past.
Yeah, and when I say Blue, I'm not talking about the umpire for once. It is actually the catcher's name. 2-2. Rowan delivers. Swung on, hit well, out to right center. That'll be down for a hit, and that's going to score a run as Bree Murphy helps herself out, and she is in there safely at second base in the process. That's an RBI double for Bree Murphy.
Yeah, the timely piece of hitting they've been looking for to get it back to 9 at single digits. Good job by Bree Murphy. Sent that one in the right center field gap. And now DeKalb County looking to add on and make it a little bit more interesting.
Makes it 10-1, and Elena Turner will step in now. Struck out looking her first time up. Runner on second base now is Murphy as she cranked that one out to the fence. A little one bouncer into the fence. Trying to instill some life into this DeKalb County offense. First run across against Rowan. That one hit right side. Blaylock is there. She gloves. The throw to first is in time. And it strands Murphy at second base. A run across, though, for the Tigerettes. Soddy Daisy only needs 4 more. It is 10-1 as you watch the Class 3A sectional on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
From the sports field to the hunting field, our friends at Hall Sports and Outdoors can outfit anyone. Located in the heart of Jamestown at 207 South Main Street, Hall Sports and Outdoors carries everything from kayaks, fishing gear, and camo to guns and ammo. With top brands such as Columbia, Timberland, Under Armour, Asics, and much more, nobody can top their selection. Need some custom gear for your team? They also offer uniforms, gear, and custom embroidery. Stop by and see them at 207 South Main Street in Jamestown. Hall Sports and Outdoors, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Clint Connor is your local auctions expert. With full service from start to finish, the Exit Crossroads Auction Group are here to make the process easy for you. Visit crossroadsauctiongroup.com for more details and current auctions. Clint Connor, your local auctions expert, is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with creative food and drinks on the rooftop. Fire and Vine is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Back here in Soddy Daisy, our score 10-1 in favor of the home team right now, and they're coming back to the plate in the bottom of the fourth. 5, 6, and 7 due up for them. Anna Patterson, Brooke Rains, and Ava Blue, and as we have seen, there is power all the way through in this lineup. Patterson so far 2 for 2 with a single, a double, a run driven in, and a run scored. That all came in the second inning alone.
It did, and make no mistake about it, Soddy Daisy is trying to end it. Right here, right now, they would like to take it back to the crib and plan another trip to Murfreesboro, where I'm sure they have the same hotel reservation year after year, and they just go back to the same spot with how often they get to the spring
They
play.
would need 4 runs across to do it here in the inning. They need at least 1 to make it a 10-run game, but then DeKalb County obviously would have a chance coming up in the top of the 5th if only 1 comes across. This one back up the middle, and that is a good start for DeKalb County. 1 pitch and 1 out on the ground ball.
Bree Murphy's done a really nice job of slowing the bleeding down. It had become a carousel out there. She's checked into the circle and hasn't been perfect. It's really tough to be against the Soddy Daisy team, but she's been throwing really well.
So it'll be Brooke Rains now to the plates. Already has a 2-run shot here in this game. She also singled. Both of them in the second inning.
Be careful.
Left side. Third baseman's got it. Throw to first. And that'll be safe. It pops out of the glove of Randolph. Had it in the glove, but it kind of short-armed it. couldn't quite squeeze it, and it pops out, and a runner aboard now.
Yeah, had to stretch out a long way to try and get that one and just couldn't quite maintain possession, and that's a big one as it puts a huge run on the base paths.
Yeah, an error puts a runner on as Ava Blue will step in now. A double and a ground out throw behind the runner, and she was a little bit slower getting back into first.
She was kind of gently putting her leg back towards there. That was a lot closer than it probably had any right to be.
It's 0-1. Murphy comes home. And a called strike.
She's gone to that same spot twice and totally froze up Blue in the batter's box.
Blue has had 2 strikes on her in each of her at-bats so far. She's gotten a double and a ground out so far. She was the first batter that Murphy faced. Goes with the off-speed outside. Back in that second inning, was able to get that final out to get out of the inning. Has a runner on first base with 1 out here. Murphy delivers, and a swing and a miss. It's a birdie's lounge strikeout for Bree Murphy, her second, and now 2 outs in the inning.
Bree Murphy's doing a really nice job. She's mixing it up. She got the fastball a couple of times, then the changeup, back to the fastball. She's keeping them all balanced. You could tell, and they were just timing up everything in that second inning. Now they don't really know what's coming, and it's been really effective.
It'll be Izzy Webb. Slow roller left side, and a foul ball. Trivia now or wait?
Yeah, go ahead.
Our trivia question today, what was the original name of the Milwaukee Brewers? Lakers, Harleys, Pilots, or Mules? And no, I do not come up with these options. Once again, what was the original name of the Milwaukee Brewers? The Lakers, the Harleys, the Pilots, or the Mules? Give the answer coming up. That one swung on and missed. Strike 2, 0-2. 2 outs in the inning and a runner on first. Murphy trying to work a fairly clean inning here and working around an error.
Yeah, she's been really good, man. I mean, she's keeping her team alive.
The 0-2. Yeah, hard hit, and Goose has to move out of the way. Coach Nunley Moore has to move out of the way as well.
It was elite athleticism from Bryan College's own Michael Lindsay. Stud on the floor, basketball floor. Can't beat me one-on-one at Cane Creek, though, I'll tell you right now.
He's also got the repaired knee out there, so he's got to be careful.
It's too much power. You can't handle it.
0-2. And somehow stayed back on the chain or on the off speed just enough to get a bat onto it for a foul ball.
I got no clue how she got to that. She was way out in front. Just held those hands
leaning
back.
into it. No balls, 2 strikes still. Back-to-back foul balls up that left side. Izzy Webb trying to straighten it out. Bree Murphy trying to sit her down. Murphy ready to go. Hit hard left side. That's in the left center gap, and that one falls. Bain couldn't get the diving attempt. Throw comes into third, and in there safely goes Raines. That's going to be a double for Izzy Webb.
A valiant effort by Bain there in center field. She laid out after sprinting over to it. Couldn't quite get there in time. And now Soddy Daisy on the doorstep of getting to a magic number.
Runners on second and third. Emmy Knowles, the right fielder, will step in, and we saw this Soddy Daisy team do it with 2 outs in that second inning quite a bit.
Yeah, they don't blink. This is an experienced softball team. They know what they're doing.
So Emmy Knowles, the right fielder, steps in. A single and a run scored back in the third.
And at 10-1, they really don't have any pressure, so they can swing free even in 2 straight counts.
2 outs in the inning. This one swung on out to right field, and that's going to be down. 2 runs come across. Knowles into second base with a 2 RBI double and makes it 12-1.
And now that's the winning run out at second base in an 11-run ball game.
Two runs across on the double by Knowles, and Skylar Gooden could end it with a hit to the outfield.
Great piece of 2-out hitting again. Rinse and repeat. They've done it all day long. I mentioned real clinical. DeKalb got the one back in the top half, but they have not blinked again. Coming out taking care of business.
Oh, good off speed there. Got Gooden to wave through it for strike 1.
Yeah, Gooden, she wants to get chased around here and walk it off and send her team to the spring fling, so you bring in the off speed and first pitching. Catch her out in front.
They just need one more to make it a 12-run game, and that 12-run rule, and swings right through strike 2. The elbow pad strap comes off. She'll have to step back in here. 0-2. But these Soddy Daisy batters, they've been really good with 2 strikes on them. Murphy. The 0-2. Left side. Left fielder's there, but it drops. It gets past the left fielder. They're going to send the runner from third, and she will score as the throw comes into third, and it's 13-1.
That's 13. That's a 12-run game.
Yeah, maybe they're not doing it.
Maybe not.
Sectional game?
It is a 12-run game. There's no question about it. It's 13-1, and it's in the fourth inning. Okay, we'll play on.
Still going?
It's definitely 13-1.
We calling that a triple for good?
We absolutely are calling that a triple.
We were actually just talking about that yesterday, of how hard it is to get a straight-up triple. And a little wave out there by Blaylock. 1-1.
Maybe. Maybe 13 after 4 innings.
And the liner will get out of it, so DeKalb County appears to have another chance coming up in the top of the fifth. We believe it's 13-1, 12-run advantage, and we'll be back. This is the Class 3A sectional on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
Well, DeKalb County coming to the plate here on the top of the fifth. It is 13-1, and we mentioned it depends on, I guess, the host school. We've seen where it's 15 after 3, 12 after 4, and 10 after 5. We saw that, obviously, with Clay County and Red Bowling Springs in the district tournament last week. And so you got to think for right now for DeKalb County, they need at least 3 to make it a 9-run game so you don't get to the 10-run rule after 5.
That is the universally accepted one, for sure. So, big moment here for DeKalb County trying to save their season.
And it's
all Soddy today.
It's 8-9-1. Rayleigh Cowan, Hannah Brown, and then back to the top in Riley Wilbur. They did get a run across in the 4th. Trying to get another one here in the top of the 5th. Rowan, though, in the circle has been really, really good.
It's not the first time this year we thought a game was over on the red rule. We just didn't have anybody screaming at us this time.
There's a called strike, 1-1. Rusty and I had one end, and actually between Upperman and Stone Memorial. And actually it was DeKalb and Stone Memorial after 4 innings in a 9-run game.
Why not?
It might have been 5 innings, but still, it was only 9.
No, it was 4. I remember.
And we were very confused.
Yeah.
It is now 1-2 on Rayleigh Cowan. DeKalb County were the winners in that game. They're trying to play a few runs here to extend this one, we think.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
We don't, for sure.
As per usual.
1-2. And that bounces in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Rayleigh Cowan. She singled back in the 3rd, and then she was actually the one who got doubled off.
Yeah, this is how they scored back in that inning. They were able to get 8 and 9 on the base.
2-2. Popped up out of play. It goes. That'll sail into the road behind us.
Good luck getting that one. This kid's going to try, though. Careful, buddy.
And he sees the fence.
It's way down there.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Cowan. Rowan delivers. And kind of a half swing, about took her head coach out. Top of the 5th. Here at Soddy Daisy, our score 13-1. In favor of the host Trojans. Make sure you give us a like if you haven't done so already, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. And if you're tuning in on the NFHS network, we welcome you in as well. Another half swing and another foul ball. It's 2-2. Make sure you give us a share on Facebook. And we'll have a lot of action coming up tomorrow. We'll be at Gordonsville. They'll take on South Pittsburgh at a 5:30 start time at Trump Paris Park. And then into the spring fling starting on Tuesday. Gordonsville-Smith County Baseball have already punched their tickets. There's a little half swing, and it'll be strike 3, first out of the inning. And have a couple more softball teams tomorrow trying to punch their ticket as well, at least for strings-wise. And then mentioned we'll have coverage of track and field. I believe tennis will be in there as well.
We will not be streaming track and field.
We will not be streaming.
Yes.
We will have coverage.
Yes. Just want to be very clear.
Yeah, no.
Yes. Because I will get the question, and you do not want to hear me try and commentate track and field.
No. He's running. He's running faster. I don't know. Maybe we'd be a little more descriptive. Here's Hannah Brown, and that one got away from Rowan.
We tried that once.
Really?
It was not my idea, and it was horrible. Just from a broadcasting perspective, because there's so much going on.
There's so much
and you
going
don't know
on,
what's being said. Down there, you can cover it on the field real nicely.
I've done water polo.
That'd be fun.
We had a play on the broadcast that I was doing that made SportsCenter top 10.
Track and field is a shoot photos of and get it down there on the field level.
Yeah.
More than up above.
Yeah. Swing and a miss to Brown. It's 1-1. Yeah, the play that we had that made the SportsCenter top 10, girl goes behind the back for a goal.
Wow, nice.
It was insane. Kind of like the play
yesterday.
By the Signal Mountain pitcher yesterday. Here's the 1-1. That's a called strike on the outside corner. 1-2 now to Hannah Brown. Brown had the bunt single her last time up, her only time up so far. 1 for 1. Rowan delivers home. Swing and a miss, back-to-back Ks. And she's now got 6 strikeouts on the day.
I think Soddy Daisy is on the doorstep of the state tournament here.
Seems like those bells are getting a little bit louder in between. It will be the leadoff batter, Riley Wilbur.
I have no idea what's happening on the PA system right now.
Somebody can bring him a nail file. They get a hat or a toboggan. Tell you what. We've taken Noah off the headset.
They're going out by Dave.
There's a swing and a foul ball. And it's 1-1. Wilbur trying to keep it alive for DeKalb County. Noah trying to keep it together.
I've been trying for the last hour and a half to keep it together. He called out whoever Lisa is needs to bring him a lighter immediately.
Here's the 1-1. A little miss low. 2 balls and a strike now to Wilbur. Goose is out here. Mentioned it. He'll have pictures, game story coming up after. On the website. 2-1. Back up the middle. Rowan turns. And there's the out at first. And we believe the ball game is over. Final score, 13-1 in favor of the Soddy Daisy Lady Trojan.
A return trip to the spring fling where they're becoming very accustomed to being. They have been for the entire program's history. Another trip back for Soddy Daisy, well-deserved. They were clinical today, taking care of business. Explosive outing there in the second inning, and they never let up. Only one blip when the one run came across for DeKalb County, but other than that, it was all Lady Trojans today, and a very deserving trip to Murfreesboro here for Soddy Daisy.
Final score 13-1. Soddy Daisy 13 runs on 14 hits. They had 1 error in the field. DeKalb County 1 run on 4 hits, 1 error in the field, and a couple of really good performances at the plate. Ferris was 2 for 3 with with 3 runs driven in and a run scored. Patterson 2 for 3 with a run driven in and a run scored. Raines had the home run, 2 for 3 with 2 runs driven in and 2 runs scored. And then you also had the 9-batter Knowles, who was 2 for 2 with 2 runs driven in and 2 runs scored. Rowan in the circle, 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. Who are you going to go with for the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game?
It's a wonderful question. I think I could literally take my pick of nearly anybody 1 through 9 in the lineup today. I think I'm going to go with Brooke Raines in this one as I look up and down here. She went 2 for 3 today with 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored in this one. Really balanced throughout. She's going to be the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game.
What's your trivia answer? Lakers, Harleys, Pilots, or Meals?
Lakers.
Pilots.
Yeah,
Seattle Pilots for one season. Then they went to Milwaukee as an AL expansion team.
It's too many baseball teams.
That was in 1969.
I wasn't born yet.
Our final score, 13-1. DeKalb County sees their season come to a close here in the sub-state round. Soddy Daisy moving on to the Spring Fling once again. Full coverage of this game coming up to the website from Michael Lindsay. That'll do it for us today. We will be back out streaming tomorrow. Gordonsville taking on South Pitt in the Class 1A sectional round to punch their ticket to the Spring Fling and see if the Tigerettes can't defend their state championship in Murfreesboro next week. For Goose out there on the field, for Noah McKay to my left, I'm Jacob Vincent saying so long from Soddy Daisy.